Katie Price's love life has never been simple. It's been messy, it's been chaotic, and at times it's been downright bizarre. From footballers and pop stars to cage fighters, reality TV hunks, and even a gladiator, Katie's history of relationships could fill an entire soap opera. But behind the glamour, the tabloid headlines, and the whirlwind weddings, there are secrets, scandals, and stories you won't believe. And today, we're going to walk through them all to uncover the wild, weird, and sometimes tragic saga of Katie Price's endless love affairs. And before we dive into the madness, don't forget to hit subscribe right now. If you're into explosive celebrity stories, scandals, and shocking truths, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's rewind all the way back to the mid-90s. Katie was still just a teenager, making her first moves into glamour modeling. And her first high-profile romance? Footballer Teddy Sheringham. This was Katie's first taste of dating in the public eye. The fling was short-lived, but it set the tone. Katie wasn't just dating, she was dating big names. But Teddy apparently went cold as soon as the papers got wind of the relationship. For Katie, that rejection was brutal, but also addictive. Fame and romance were now intertwined forever. Soon after, Katie fell hard for Warren Furman, better known as Ace from Gladiators. They even got engaged. Katie was just 18. He spent £3,000 on a diamond ring. But behind the smiles, Warren later admitted their romance was driven as much by publicity as by passion. "We were both selling stories," he revealed years later. That's right. Even then, Katie understood the power of turning her relationships into headlines. Then came the first truly serious love of Katie's life. Boy band star Dane Bowers. Katie has openly admitted Dane broke her heart in a way no one else ever has. Years later, she even called him the love of my life. But their romance was volatile. Rumors, fights, and tears followed them everywhere. When it finally ended in 2000, Katie was devastated and determined never to be that vulnerable again. If Dane broke her heart, Dwight York changed her life forever. Their fling in 2001 was brief, chaotic, and ended badly. But it resulted in the birth of Harvey, Katie's eldest son. Dwight denied paternity until a DNA test proved otherwise. And while Katie raised Harvey almost entirely alone, Dwight faded into the background. This was the beginning of a pattern. Katie falling for famous men, only to end up burned. Here's one of the strangest chapters. Pop idol runner-up Gareth Gates. Katie later admitted to a fling with Gareth when he was just 17. Gareth initially denied it, terrified of the damage to his career. But years later, he confessed it was true, and that it almost destroyed him. Katie herself said she regretted it. But the story was pure tabloid gold. Then came businessman Scott Sullivan. He proposed right before Katie went into the I'm a celebrity jungle. But you know what happened next. She met Peter Andre in that jungle. And Scott? He was left raging on the sidelines as Katie and Pete flirted their way into the nation's hearts. This is the one everybody remembers. Katie and Peter Andre became Britain's golden couple. Their wedding was a fairy tale at Highclere Castle. They had Junior and Princess together. They cashed in on reality shows, magazine deals, and became tabloid royalty. But the cracks soon showed. Katie accused Peter of jealousy. Peter accused Katie of betrayal. By 2009, the dream was over, and their bitter split would fuel headlines for the next decade. Even today, they're still at war. Peter recently issued a bombshell statement calling out Katie's baseless lies, proving this feud is far from finished. Katie wasted no time moving on. Just 8 weeks after Pete, she hooked up with cage fighter Alex Reid. They eloped to Las Vegas, spent £60,000 on a ring, and made headlines for their bizarre antics. Alex even began dressing as his female alter ego Roxanne, something Katie encouraged. at least for the cameras. But the marriage was chaos. Less than a year later, it imploded. Katie admitted Alex was just a rebound. He, in turn, accused her of using him for fame. Their feud still simmers today, with Alex threatening to expose the truth. Upcoming documentary. Enter Argentinian model Leandro Pena. They met at Elton John's Oscars party and were engaged within a year, but it ended explosively. Leandro branded Katie old and talentless and said she drove him insane. What's he doing now? Believe it or not, he sells avocados. Yes, really. From glamour modeling to avocado farming, it's a bizarre twist even Katie couldn't have predicted. Katie's fling with rugby bad boy Danny Cipriani was short, scandalous, and ended in humiliation. In her autobiography, she claimed she literally caught him in bed with another woman. She said, "My gut instinct had been spot on. It was a tabloid feeding frenzy. Another affair, another heartbreak." Then came perhaps Katie's most destructive marriage of all. Kieran Hayler, younger, charming, a stripper and plasterer. They married in the Bahamas just weeks after meeting. They had 2 children together, Jet and Bunny, but then came the bombshell. Kieran had been cheating with not 1, but 2 of Katie's close friends. She was devastated, yet unbelievably, she renewed her vows with him, twice. But more cheating rumors followed. By 2018, it was over. Their divorce wasn't finalized until 2021. Even now, the fallout is bitter. Kieran and Alex Reid are reportedly teaming up to block Katie's tell-all documentary. After Kieran, Katie turned to personal trainer Chris Boyson. He proposed, her kids called him Dad, and for a while it looked serious. But Katie cheated. She admitted it. The relationship was finished. Today, Chris has moved on, engaged to someone else. But his brief chapter in Katie's chaotic love life is unforgettable. Charles Drury was next, a builder and footballer who did a tell-all interview after their fling, describing Katie as lazy in bed. Brutal. Charles later had a turbulent relationship with Lauren Goodger, complete with police charges and public scandals. Katie certainly has a type, men who bring drama. Then came Carl Woods. For 2 years, they were inseparable. Carl proposed. Katie said he was the man who'd look after her if she never worked again. But in 2022, it collapsed. Carl accused Katie of cheating with multiple men, even during IVF treatment. He branded her emotionless and said she lies to everyone. Another engagement ring, another disaster. And now, Katie's current partner, JJ Slater from Married at First Sight UK. It's been stop-start from the beginning. They've split, reconciled, and reportedly he's already given her ultimatums, particularly about her finances. JJ has told Katie to sort her life out if they're to last. But if history tells us anything, ultimatums rarely end well in the world of Katie Price. From Teddy Sheringham to JJ Slater, there's one theme that runs through all of Katie's romances: whirlwind passion, explosive drama, and bitter fallouts. 3 marriages, 8 engagements, countless affairs, and yet she always manages to bounce back, ready to dive into the next love story. But after nearly 3 decades of chaos, you have to ask, is Katie Price addicted to the drama of love itself? Or is she just cursed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again? What do you think? Is Katie truly unlucky in love? Or does she create the chaos that destroys her relationships? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, hit subscribe right now for more sensational deep dives into the wildest celebrity stories. Because when it comes to Katie Price, the drama is never, ever over.